One thing that sort of set things off that made things a little weird before we rolled into the election is the story for the first headline. And it is the headline reading, pollster and Selzer reviewing data. That's a quote from her after setting off media firestorm at Iowa poll showing Harris ahead, from the robot editor. And Selzer, a renowned pollster, is currently reviewing her data following a Des Moines Register Mediacom Iowa poll that indicated Vice President Kamala Harris was leading former President Trump by 3 percentage points in Iowa. This poll, released shortly before the election, contrasted sharply with the actual results, where Trump won Iowa by a pretty big number. Selzer acknowledged that the discrepancy it happened, saying that her, quote, the poll findings were produced did not match the Iowa electorate ultimately deciding in the voting both on today. I'll be reviewing data from multiple sources with hopes of learning what happened and why. Sort of a butcher quote there, but essentially she's looking at her numbers. Now, people went BS crazy over this one when it came out tail in the last week, rolling in this one, because it looked like Kamala Harris had an even better shot of winning because some places that weren't in play were going to be a lot closer. What we found out was Donald Trump basically won this thing in a landslide and is taking the popular vote by a pretty chunk of number. So everything was wrong. All was false. The polls basically were not true. More postmortem coming for months at a time, and in today's podcast as well. But this is one of the first stories, or things are kind of the writings on the wall where the polls aren't really giving the right answers.